Hey. Welcome. Turn those off. I don't need those just now. Hello everybody. Welcome to YouTube. We're going to have a big teams quiz. A mega battle. Please tell me that you can hear me. Because for some reason sound was a bit weird a few minutes ago. Hello Gary Friery. Tell me you can hear me. Tell me you can hear me. Ah, thank you. Alright everybody. Yes, okay. Good. Because I was setting things up perfectly as normal and then no sound in the mic. And then I pressed the button and it came on. Alright. You're a bit crackly. Nick. Let me have a listen. Just going to have a little listen to myself, see if I can work out what his crackling is that Nick's talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha, right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I turn the gain down a little bit. Hello Gavin. Hello Moroccoland Marauders. Hey everybody. Sunday night. Yeah, no, you're right, Nick. I do want to know. Is that better? I think it might be. I've turned the gain down. Too much boozing. I had 1 can of Tenants last night. That was it. Good. Alright, yeah. Okay, I can take these off then. I forgot that as I was scrambling around trying to work out why the hell the sound wasn't coming in, I think I turned up the knobs. Gavin Devlin, I think the accent filter is broken. I got no idea what you're talking about, Gavin. Okay. Yeah, it's men versus women versus the rest of the world. That's the quiz tonight. And it's after 9. I better get on with it. Usual thing is I like to get switched on, get the stream going by about 10:02, so I can just get relaxed. Then by the time it hits 9 o'clock, I'm ready, or it hits the hour, whatever it is. But that's not happened tonight, that's okay. So, let's stay relaxed and get this quiz moving. Right. Hang on a second, everybody. Yep. Right. Okay. Okay, here we are. Time for the quiz. So it's a big teams quiz tonight. If you've been here before, you know how it works. If you've not been here before, I'll explain. I'm going to do a trivia quiz. When we have big teams, we have everybody who takes part. That includes you. You all choose a team to be in. Okay? See, I've got the scores up there. I'll get rid of that. And tonight's teams is divided down sex or gender lines, whatever you want to describe it as, okay? So it's men against women, basically. Now, how does this work? So, last Sunday night we had Edinburgh versus Glasgow. Edinburgh trounced Glasgow. The rematch is going to be next Sunday night. That's the stuff. Paul, you're identifying for men. Yeah, I'm going to ask you to identify for a team. You don't have to be on Team Women if you're a woman. You can be on Team Men if you want, vice versa. And, yeah, pick a team. So men, women, and rest of the world. Okay, now rest of the world might be for people who are somewhere between men and women, somebody who doesn't want to represent men if they are a man, and vice versa if they don't want to be a woman for women. So everyone choose which team you want to be in before we start this quiz. The the people who are on the screen there are not team captains. They're just representative. All right. So we've got Marty Pellow, Scotland's greatest ever singer, representing men. I think that's fair. I think that's as men we'd all like to be a little bit more Marty when we're cutting about. And women are being represented there by Dolly Parton, who combines entertainment and business to be a force to be reckoned with. And showing up for the rest of the world, I've decided to... I've picked little Jimmy Cranky, wee Jimmy Cranky, to represent the rest of the world. Because, you know, wee Jimmy Cranky kind of straddles that boundary in a way that the rest of us find hard to understand sometimes. So, you know how it works. Wee Jimmy Cranky is a grown-up woman who plays a small boy. In the fantasy, the small boy is the son of a grown-up man, but in real life, she is the wife of that real man. So it's all over the shop, you know what I mean? Ollie's going for Team Women. Mandolin's going for rest of the world. Truly, it depends on my mood. Tell you what I've noticed is that my... there we go. Just, there we go. You can see everything now, I think. Okay. So, we're going to do a quiz. And this is a big teams quiz, so we're shouting out the answers. Now, when you shout out the answers, you shout out your team name and the answer. House rules, first of all. No Tories and no racists. And also tonight, put the milk back in the fridge. See if you've got the milk out. You make the coffee or something like that. Just put the milk back in the fridge. That's it. Comment with a team name. Yeah, so if you're answering a quiz question, you comment your team name. Dr. Paul, my friend, says, Tago. Do we answer in the chat here? Yes, we do. That's what I'm talking about now. So you comment in the chat with your team name and the answer. So if you think the answer is hydroponics, and you're on team men, you type men, hydroponics. You don't just type hydroponics. If you just type hydroponics and you're correct, you don't get the points. You've got to say your team name. Alright. And use these team names tonight. Men, ROW for rest of the world, and women. Okay. What shorthand can we use? ROW for... Right. Yeah, Morocco Land Marauders, you're absolutely right. Women takes longer to write than men or row. Right, we'll make it WOM. W-O-M. Okay? So everyone's got 3 letters. Men, M-E-N. Rest of world, R-O-W. And women, W-O-M. I did think about that. I thought about that too late to change it on the slideshow. So, nah, not single letter mandolin. No, because it's really hard for me to see that. I need at least 3 letters so I can see them coming up. Otherwise, you know, at my age, even with these great new specs I've got, W and M look quite similar. But men, ROW, and WOM for women, that's fine. We'll do that. Okay? Everyone's agreed? Good. Excellent. By the way, share this if you can. Let's play the quiz. Pardon me. That's not a repeating dry cough, don't worry. It's okay. So there we are. Alright. Right, you ready? You ready? Oh, no sponsor tonight. If you want to sponsor the quiz, get in touch. Your logo here, give away a prize. You can sponsor the quiz. Do quizzes every night, okay? ROW agreed. Team ROW. Quite a lot of people go for the rest of the world. Failing to commit to their own sex. It's entirely up to you. Here we go. Right, round 1 is a fairly quick round. Thank you, Nick. Thanks for sharing. Also, like this video. Come on. If there's 50 people here, I want 50 likes. Larissa's saying, ladies, this is step 1 of the revolution win. Well, I think there's been quite a few steps of the revolution. This is maybe one more step. We'll see what happens with the scores. Right. So round 1 is a quick round. Remember, shout out the answers in the chat with your team name. So men, ROW, WOM. Here we go. Right. In which 1987 film does Michael Douglas play a character called Gordon Gekko, who announces that greed is good? Comment with your team name and the answer. First that I see on my stream gets the points. And first up is Andrew Armstrong with men saying Wall Street. So first blood to the men there. The answer is Wall Street. And I go and stick 2 points into the scoreboard for the men. And the men are off to the best start. Incidentally, I'll just quickly show you the scoreboard. before the quiz starts. That's before Andrew's got 2 points for the men. The men have got 2 points, and the women have got 2 points because Marty Pello and Dolly Parton have been here before. So is Jimmy Cranky, but it's also to represent the advantage that men and women have over people who don't commit to one or the other. You know what I mean? That's not a political point. It's just saying, right, so 2 points for men, 2 points for women. That's to start off. That's before any answers. Okay, but Andrew's got first blood there. Wall Street. Greed is good. That's what they say. Okay. Is it true? We'll find out one of these days. Right, question number 2. History. That's pretty sexist, isn't it? Right. Algeria became an independent country in 1962, but from which country did they gain their independence? Okay. Algeria became independent, but from who? From which country? 1962. Westerosi Ninja for rest of the world has got the first answer with France. That's the correct answer. They became independent from the French. So 2 points for the rest of the world. 2 points for men, 2 points for rest of the world. Women yet to score. Let's move on. A nice quick round here. Japanese film. Complete the title of Akira Kurosawa's famous 1967, I think that should say, action film Throne of Something. Or is it 57? That might actually be right. Anyway, Akira Kurosawa. Complete the name of the film. Throne of Something. Throne of Games is wrong, Lauren, for women. That's good answer. And then Paul Thompson straight in there with men. For Team Men with the right answers. Blood. Throne of Blood. So 2 points for the men. Paul Thompson. Remember to keep an eye on who's getting the answers and who's getting the points for the team tonight. We will be voting for a most valuable player later on. Okay? So keep an eye on who's doing the job. Throne of Blood. I don't know how you say it in Japanese. There's the Italian version. Il Trono di Sangue. Okay. Let's move on. 2 more questions. What does the Greek word prasinos mean? Prasinos. What does that mean? Shout out your team name and the answer. I didn't say these questions are easy. Proceed. Peace. Late. No. Prasinos. It is an adjective. No, not Easter. Not thanks. That's Evcharisto. Not goodbye. That's adio. Not love. That's agape. Not pie. That's pita. Christ is Christos. Vodka. No. Patience. Greetings. Pretty. Pastry. Social distance. Hello. Nah, it's a particular type of adjective, and I'm trying to give you more of a clue without totally giving it away what sort of thing it is. It's oh look, someone's got it. I don't have to give any more clues. Zoe's got it for Team Women. The answer is green. Prasinos is green. Green is Zoe getting the points there for Team Women. So everybody has scored. All the teams have now scored. There's one question left in the round. Good answer, Zoe. Currency. Which other country, apart from Russia, has a currency named the ruble? There are 2 countries that are proper sovereign countries that have the ruble. Russia is one of them. What is the other one? Paul Thompson saying India. Nah, it's a rupee, innit? It's not Ukraine. Not Estonia, not Ukraine, not Ukraine, not Ukraine. Not Poland, not Georgia, not India. Not Slovakia, not Lithuania. Belarus is the right answer. Nick! Playing for the rest of the world. Or rather, Uncle Corshon. Are you on here as Nick or Nick Barbier? Yeah, you're on here as Nick. Belarus is the right answer. There's 100 Belarusian rubles. It's worth about 10 pence. And that is rest of the world. Getting 2 points there. Now, I'll tell you something that shook my confidence is when some of you said Ukraine. I'm thinking, what is the currency of Ukraine? Because I wasn't able to tell you straight away. So I'm just quickly looking up Ukraine currency to find out that it is the hryvnia. I think it's like a word for crown. Okay. Lots of good answers, but well done to Nick there. Right, so that's the end of the round. Oh, there's one little bonus question. Quickly give you the bonus question before we do the scoreboard. So, bonus question is, which of the 5 answers that we've already had in the first round gives the name of this guy here? That guy, his surname is the same as one of the words from one of the answers of the 5. Shout out your team name and the answer. It's a comedian. Belarus is no, green is no, Wall is correct. Jan Foley for Team Women. She got it right, Wall. So Wall Street was one of the answers. Well, was the first answer, and that's Max Wall, who it's very funny. So that's 1 point for the women. Okay, right, so let me show you the scores. A nice even start to the quiz, I think. Get the scoreboard on there. That is before the round. I will now refresh the round. I've been typing in the scores as we go. And it looks like this. Rest of the world is up to 4 points. Women have 5 points. And men are just ahead. With a wee glass ceiling between the men and the women. And the rest of the world. And it's 1 point to the good for Team Men. Not led by, but strongly represented by Marty Pello of Clydebank. Okay. Good start. Remember to keep an eye on who your MVP is. We'll be voting for them later on. You'll watch some Max Wall on YouTube after this if you want to laugh. Now, where are we? Let's move on. I'm going to try and get finished before 10 o'clock. All right, guess who round? Okay. So, you need to shout out the answer to this with your team name. First one to get it right wins. If you've just joined in, a couple more people have just joined in. You just shout out what team you're on with the answer. You're either Team Men, Team Women, which is WOM, or your Team Rest of the World, which is ROW. So you shout out your team name and the answer. First one on my stream, because it comes up different orders and different people's, gets the points. So this guess who is worth 3 points. Okay, so guess who this is. I'll take a couple of squares away. Any guesses there, just from that top of that ear and the side of the face there? Daniel Craig? Nah. After I see a couple of wrong answers, I'll move on. I'll take some more squares off. I'm assuming no one's going to get it. Rowan Atkinson? Nah. Will Smith? Nah. Here's a couple more squares. We've got Daniel Craig, Tom Hanks, and Jet Li. It's none of those. Mark Almond, Barack Obama, Ronnie O'Sullivan, Daniel Radcliffe. No. This guy's a bit of a bastard. That's the first clue. And we have it. Zoe Russell, for Team Women, has got Vladimir Putin. There he is. He's putting on the Ritz. Nice one, Zoe. And that's for team with 3 points for Team Women. And that was a very quick round. And it looks like this. Does this to the scores. And we'll show you the scores. Oops, I'm refreshing on the wrong thing. Here we are. Onto Excel. Refresh there. There you go. That puts Women in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Cry me a river. Good joke. Quality joke. A well serviced and well oiled joke. I might do a jokes round later on. I was thinking of doing that tonight. Trump's boss. Yeah, you never know. Who knows? It's impossible to know anything these days. That's what I think. Anyway, well done to Zoe. That's 2 answers in a row for her. Now, round 3 is the puzzles round. One puzzle at a time. I think these are each worth 3 points. There's 3 of them, I think. So let's see what we got. Remember, shout out your team name and your answer. 3 points for each of these. Here we go. So the first one is an anagram of a film title. Unscramble this. Oh, thank you. Hang on a second. I've not put it up yet, so don't worry. I've got to go back here and take the scoreboard off. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody. Okay. Here we go. Here's the anagram. It's suffering none awarded load. Unscramble that to give me the title of a film. First person to shout out their team name and have the right answer gets the points. 3 points for this one. This is going to take you a few seconds, so I'm going to sneak a wee drink of tea. Oh, that's good. Ooh yeah. Do you know what film this is? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? No, not even the Severn Dwarfs. The dwarfs from Cheltenham. Came out in 1994. Paul Thompson. Team Men, 4 Weddings and a Funeral is correct. There we go. Excellent. Very, very good, Paul. There's 3 points for the men. We move on to the next. Alright, what song is this? A #1 song from the 1990s. Rebus is like a picture puzzle, you know. Name this song. A #1 hit song from the 1990s. Firestarter. Andrew Armstrong, that's the right answer. Andrew, that's your second answer tonight, I think. 3 points. It's Firestarter by The Prodigy, of course. Keith Flint, dearly departed. He is the Firestarter. He was the Firestarter. It's now Andrew Armstrong who is the Firestarter, now that there is no Keith Flint. Men versus women. Ultimate battle! Conundrum, what's the only English language 9-letter word that you can get out of these letters? This is like Countdown with Richard Whiteley and Carol Vorderman. I'm playing both parts. But what is the only 9-letter English word that you can get from those letters? Grated teen. That sounds particularly unpleasant. But how are you going to unscramble those letters to give me a word? Aggregated, no. Degenerate, no. There's 10 letters, is there? No, so there is. Right, that's going to be wrong then, isn't it? Duncan saying generated. Yeah, I must have screwed up this anagram. Let's have a look. Generated. Gen. I'm pointing at the screen. Gen-air. I've put 2 T's in there. That's what I've done. Ah, that's shite. Right, no points for anybody. I mean, you still got it right. Maybe degenerate is right. Oh man, fuck it. I tell you what, no points. That's my fault. Sorry. It's because I've got an anagram, then I think I'll improve it. I'll just move them around a bit and end up putting 2 things in. So, yeah, boo indeed. Tell you what, I'll give all the teams 3 points for that one. So 3 points for the men, 3 points for the rest of the world, and 3 points for the women. Okay. Now, do I have anything else here in this round? Let me have a look. Oh yeah, check this out. First one to get this one right. How many F's are there in the text? Each person can only guess once on this one. How many letter F's are in the text? 2, no. 7, no. 3, no. 4, 6 is right. Myrna's here. For the women, Team 6, the 6 Fs, that is correct. So you get 3 points for that one. 6 is correct. There are 6 Fs. That's where they are. People miss the F at the end of. That's what happens there. So finished files are a result of years of scientific study combined with the experience of years. 6 altogether. Well done, Myrna. That's for the women. Right, okay, I'll show you the scores after that puzzle round. Is that the end of the puzzle round? Yes, it is. Music's coming up. That'll be good. Okay. La, 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 la. I've got ABBA in my head, by the way. There's the scores before the round. I shall refresh the scoreboard and we see that the rest of the world are slacking off a little on 7 points. Women are going strong on 14 points. Men are still just 1 point ahead on 15. Okay, nice one. Right, let's... first thing I've got to do is get rid of that scoreboard. Because you'll forget. Oh, I'll forget. Right, music time, everybody. Same as before, you've got to shout out the answers with your team name. Make sure you answer the right question for this one. That's all I'll say. Okay. Pay attention to what I'm actually asking you. Now, time to get rid of that background music. It's probably a little loud anyway. And I get over to my music round file. Okay. So, the first one, and I better go over here, turn that up a little bit. The first one I'm going to play is reversed. So you got to be the first person to shout out the answer in the chat, and you've got to have the artist and the song. If you get the artist but not the song, I will ignore your comment, okay? And I'll ignore your comment if you don't have your team name. So name the artist and the song. Here we go. And it's in reverse. All right, we got a winner, Paul Thompson. Shouting out Dolly, as in Dolly Parton 9 to 5. You don't need to type any more than that. I know you know the answer from that. So that's 2 points for the men. Well done, Paul Thompson. Let me just stick that into the super scoreboard. Okay, good one. Nice one. It's that tip, 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 tip noise that really gives it away, huh? Okay, the second one. There it is, Dolly Parton 9 to 5. The second one is slow. It's a very, very slowed down. We have to write full names and titles, right? Nah, Sasa, nah. What you've got to decide to do when you're typing is you've got to try and decide what the minimum is where you can still convey to me that you know the answer. So what Paul typed there was, I'll quote it exactly. He said men, so he said the name of the team first and then said Dolly 9 to 5. Now there's no way I'm going to get that confused. I know what he means, so he gets the points for that one. So making it into a typing competition is just going to be boring. It is a trivia competition, so it's about what you know. And Larissa's also saying, shows my name first. That's because everybody's chat shows their own thing first. If you change it to live chat instead of latest chat or best chat or whatever, that's it. Sasa, you've explained it. Right, okay, let's move on. So the next one is very, very slow. Same again, artist and song. Type enough so that I know what you know the answer is. Right, here we go. And this is very slow. Who's this? And what is the song? Superb. Okay, Ollie's got it. For Team Women. It is Madonna, Like a Virgin. Absolutely brilliant. Madonna, Like a Virgin. So 2 points for Team Women. There she is. Having a sniff. 2 points for Team Women. Come on, rest of the world. Get your stuff together. It's good, isn't it? It's quite good slow. The next one is a fast one. Totally different vibe. Early 80s or possibly late 70s, but name the artist and the song again. Here we go. You've got it. Nice one. Nick's got it. Yep. Nick was first. Rest of the world. Stranglers, Golden Brown. And there he is. And there's his favourite margarine. John H. Never heard that song at regular speed even. You have. It's really, really, really famous. Go and look it up after this. Golden churn. Texture like Marge. Spreads me out on my toasty. Right, 2 points for the rest of the world. And there must be a UK hit, says Westerosi Ninja. Aye, well, this is kind of aimed at British people. I know you're in Texas. Hello. I hope you're having a nice day over there. Easter. But, aye. We're from over here, so it tends to be our stuff. I can't believe that wasn't a hit in America, though. I'm sure it was. Right, but it's a really great song. One of the very few songs to make it in the charts in the 5/4 time signature as well. I'm sure some of you musicians know that. Right, music round. What's the last one? Oh, it's language. Right, what's the language? Here we go.
Samas nyt seisan mä teen, vaadatte sydäme sisse, seal viliseb tuul.
Romanian, Albanian, Ukrainian, French, no. Israeli, Greek, Italian, Slovakian, no. Finnish, closer, no. No one's got it so far. One or two saying Finnish. That's not far away, but it's not right. There we go. We've got a winner. It's Estonian. And of course it said Usak Sal Guse by Birgit. And that was Nick. I'm pretty sure that was Nick. So I'm just going to stop the tune. We'll back up the thread a little bit and just make sure that was Nick for Rest of the World. Yeah, that's it. Rest of the World. Rest of the World. It's Estonian. So that's 2 points for the rest of the world. That was a better round for them. Okay. Nice one, Nick. Here are the scores before that round, before our music round. Here is the update. And we see that men are still 1 point ahead of the women. 17 to 16, rest of the world catching up. Nice and close tonight. Good battle tonight. And I'll turn the scores off. That's what I got to do. There they go. Okay, right. What's the next round? Let's have a look. I can't remember what the next round is. It's the picture round. We've got 3 rounds to go. 5, 6, and 7. Maybe have a jokes round in a minute. As well, just as a little bonus. So the picture round, yeah, the rules are same again. Okay, shout out your... Oh, hang on. Hannah Brown has said, I got it first. And she hasn't just said, I got it first. She said, I got it first 3 times. So I'm going to go back and have a look with your little purple avatar and see if you're right. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Hannah. Not on my thread. It's my thread that counts because I'm the quizmaster. All right. Nick got it exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 comments before you did, Hannah. And that's how it works. It will probably show you first on your thread. Make sure you've got live chat. We'll move on. That's all right, Hannah. It's cool. It's not embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, Matthew. It's just the way it is. See, when you come on, you play this for the first time, then you're going to see your one first, and you're straight away you're going to think, no, I got it. That's completely fair enough. Let's not be dicks. Right. Okay. Who's this band? What's the name of this band? This is the picture round now. Remember to shout your team name and your answer. So it's a cartoon, obviously, of a band. It's not the most famous band in the world. So the first couple of answers: Take That, The Hives, Green Day. They're probably less famous than all of those bands. Supergrass, One Direction, Smiths, System of a Down. Take That, One Direction. Take That. I'm going to have to give you some clues. Some of their biggest hits have been called Slow Hands. I'm just checking these answers coming in. System of a Down, Killers, Bravery, Blink-182, Diana Ross and the Supremes. No, John. Alien Ant Farm, it's probably a bit closer, I think. Supergrass, Roxy Music, The Animals, the 1975 30 Seconds to Mars, Maroon 5, Interpol. We have an answer. There's Andrew Armstrong. Once again, Interpol. And the big clue I was going to give you is that they're named after a law enforcement organisation. But Andrew Armstrong didn't need that. And it's for the men. There we go. 2 points. Good answer. It's a difficult one. Okay. Next question. Which country was this woman the leader of for nearly 9 years? 1999 to 2008. What country was she the political leader of? That's question number 2. Ireland, no. Finland, no. Poland, no. Germany, no. New Zealand, yes. Andrew Armstrong, once again. For the men, it is New Zealand. She's she was the Prime Minister there. And her name momentarily escapes me. I know it's Helen something. Helen Clark, that's who it is. Helen Clark. She was the Prime Minister of New Zealand for those years for the New Zealand Labour Party. So that's 2 points for the men. Check I've got that in. Yeah. Okay. And Mandolin says she looks like my Aunt Kathy in Indiana. Maybe that explains her electability. Mandolin. Right. Here we go. Who is this piano man? That's question number 3. Who is this piano man? That's a photograph from, you know, it's a pretty good photograph from when it was taken. It was taken in the 1840s. Straight in there, Lauren Thompson with Chopin. At this point, I could say something sexist about women knowing about Chopin. But that would be a stupid thing to say, so I'm not going to say it. Chopin is correct. Nice answer. Lauren, for the women. Okay, good. It's nice and quick. Billy Joel was the piano man. Nah, Chopin was the piano man. Billy Joel was good, you know, but Chopin's the boy. Okay, in which country was this photograph taken? Which country is this in? What is going on there, and what country was it taken in? Comment your team name and the answer. Nick's in there. Rest of the world. Panama. It's the right answer. Hoo-ha! That's the Panama Canal. Can you see as well? I'm waving my cursor around there. I don't think you can see it. Oh, you can. Yeah, that's the flag. That's the flag of Panama there. It's Panama Canal. Massive big bad boat going through there. 2 points for Nick and for team at the rest of the world. Good. Good answers. Good quick answers in this round. Everyone's on good form tonight. Sunday night, Easter night. Did you have an egg to celebrate the arising of Jesus? Hope you did. Okay, name this artistic style. Last question in the picture round. Hit its height round about 1890 to 1910. What do you call this artistic style? 2-word answer. Zoe's got it again. Art Nouveau for the women. Yes, it is Art Nouveau. That's correct. That's that kind of turn of the century, fin de siècle, decorative style. Women. Zoe Russell gets the points. So that's 4 points for the women for that round. Is that right? I'm sure I've made a miscalculation here. 2, 3, 4. No, that must be right. No, that is right. We're fine. Okay. Right, I'll show you the scores. Here's the scoreboard. Here's the refresh. Men just staying just in front, just doing enough to just stay in front the whole time. Oh, this is interesting. Stuart Ramsey has commented, sexist for the women because it, and then there's no further comment, so I can't wait to see why that is sexist for the women. You're leaving us hanging. You're about to say something either fantastically insightful or amazingly stupid, Stuart Ramsey. I wonder which one it's going to be. I'm not even saying anything. I just want to wait for his comment. Stuart Ramsey says, sexist for the women because it's an easy question for the girls. And it was spectacularly stupid in the end. Nice one. All right. What we got here? Yeah, I know. What? That's sensible reaction. Hey, here comes the war. Oh, don't embarrass the men. Rhea just gets straight in there with twat. And there's a what the fuck. I want to know more, Stuart. I want to know which question was an easy one for women and why. Oh, sorry, the girls, as you call them. Which question was it that was easy for women and why was it easy? That's what we're all dying to know. Well, Here we go. All laying into each other. That's fantastic. It's strategic. Very strategic. Is that what? Getting everybody wound up? Is that a strategy? Right, let's move on before this descends into what everything else does on the internet, which is a big stupid row. Okay, where are we? Here we are. So, right, don't react to Stuart because he's just trying to wind you up there, you know what I mean? Here we go. Quick six, right. Here we go. Ignore Stuart. Concentrate on the answers. I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to give me 6 answers in one comment. Okay? That's what you're going to do. 6 answers in one comment with your team name. If you give us 1 answer, I'll ignore it. If you give me 6 answers with no team name, I'll ignore it. And pay attention to the question. Here it comes. The quick 6. First person to get 6 answers in one comment. Okay? Name 6 famous animal cartoon characters who are all different species. So you can have Mickey Mouse, but not Mickey Mouse and Jerry Mouse. You can have one of them, but don't use the example. So you can only have one mouse. You know what I mean? One mouse, one cat, one dog, that sort of thing. But I want 6 famous animal cartoon characters. Not including humans. Right, John H has got Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Pluto, Chip and Dale, Sylvester the Cat. Bugs Bunny, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, Chip and Dale are the same species. They're chipmunks. Tago's in there with Foghorn Leghorn, Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, Bluto. Now, Bluto's a person. I said no humans. Then Stargaze is there for the rest of the world saying Tweety Bird, Taz, the Tasmanian Devil, Pepe Le Pew, Jerry and Tom. Let's see. Tweety Bird, Taz, Pepe Le Pew, who's a skunk, Jerry and Tom. That's only 5. Then Nicola Fraser says Spyro Toad. What's Spyro Toad? Am I supposed to know that? Jessica Rabbit, Bugs Bunny. No, they're rabbit. They're both rabbits. Then Thumish says Roadrunner, Peppa Pig, Donald Duck, Wile E. Coyote, Taz, and Pluto. Right, that's 6. And they're all different. Roadrunner's a roadrunner, which is a type of a bird. Peppa Pig is a pig. Donald Duck's a duck, different type of bird. Wile E. Coyote is a coyote. Taz is a Tasmanian devil. And Pluto is a dog. So Thumish has got it for the rest of the world. Excellent. Good stuff. That was the first comment to have 6 answers, all different species. Not human. So Thumish for the rest of the world gets the points. Good stuff. And that was worth... that one's worth 6 points. Because it's 6 answers in one. That's a big one. And that's going to make the scores pretty close. Isn't it? Let's have a look. Turn the scores on. Perform the refresh. Rest of the world are pushing the 2 dominant sexes of the planet quite hard. 17 points now. Women on 20 and men stubbornly staying just ahead. Almost like real life. So let me turn off the scores. So I hope everybody agreed with my assessment there. Question is rigged, says John. Too easy for people who are actually cartoon animals. Perfect. Jessica Rabbit's a woman, not an animal. Right, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't count then because she's a human. Like I said, there's got to be 6 different animals. And I specifically said no humans. That was good. That was good. Good fast answer. And it was Thumish who got the points there. All right, we move on. And we are on to the mega round. Listen. Quick 3-point bonus. Tell me a joke. First person who can actually make me laugh gets 2 points for their team and a prize. from me. If you tell me all the old jokes, I won't laugh because I'm a quizmaster. I work in pubs. I do the jokes round sometimes, so I've seen all the old jokes. Stephen Fricker saying that Stuart Ramsay's a joke. That's possibly true, but it's not making me laugh. What do you call it? A bunch of white people running down a slope, an avalanche. No. Difference between a fox and a dog. No punchline. How do you turn a duck into a soul singer? I know that one. Put it in a microwave until it's Bill Withers. Or roll it in grass until it's Al Green. What's the best thing about Alzheimer's? You can hide your own Easter egg. Not funny. Best headline, newspaper dwarf shortage. Alright, yeah. How many surrealists does it take to change a light bulb? A fish. Did you hear the actress got stabbed? Reese Witherspoon? That nearly made me laugh. But it's Stuart Ramsay, so points off. Women. What did one snowman say to the other? Can you smell carrots? Nah, it's so old. Knock knock, who's there? Europe, Europoo. That nearly made me laugh, but it's an old one. Are those space pants you're wearing because your booty is out of this world? No. I invented a new word. Plagiarism. Nearly. Stationary shot moved. No idea what that means. 2 peanuts walking in an alley. One was assaulted. It's a quality joke. It's a quality old joke, but you know, it's like I'm a tough audience. I've heard all the jokes before, you know. Men, did you hear about a car stolen in a multi-story car park? It was wrong on so many levels. I get the joke, Larissa. It's just it didn't make me laugh. That's all. Lorry driver picks up a hitchhiker, makes small talk, but there's no reply. Finally says, I guess you picked me up because of the long hair. The driver says, it don't matter. Nah, Gavin, I'm not into that stuff. Have you heard 6 out of 7 dwarves aren't happy? Yeah, I have heard. Jesus rose from the dead today and I had to stay 6 foot away. It's like modern and ancient in one gag. Did you hear the one about the magic tractor turned in a field? Yes, I have heard it 25,000 times probably. Seriously, the problem here is that I run the jokes round at the quiz, so I've heard all of these sort of standard jokes. You got to do something different. Neve Campbell just says, mousies. See, that's actually made me laugh. But you never put a team name in there. The past, present, future walked into the Barb's tents. That might have got me a couple of weeks ago, but I saw it a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, Blobby fell 10 foot out of a helicopter at the Stranraer Cattle Show. That did make me laugh a lot, but that was 3 days ago. And I've gotten over it. Or 2 days ago. Statistically, most people have more than the average number of legs. Yeah. I guess they do. Statistically, most people have more than the average number of legs. I like it. That's the winner. There you go. Andrew Armstrong says, statistically, most people have more than the average number of legs. And that's just stupid. And it's true. But it's just stupid. No, you never put your team name in. So that's it. Why wouldn't you want to be an Easter egg? You only get laid once. What's ET short for? He's got little legs. These are the standard jokes. What's yellow and swings from cake to cake? Tarzapan! Okay. That's the winner. Morocco Land Marauders for the rest of the world. You mate, yeah, it's Tarzapan. And you've got a team name in there. That'll do. I don't know why I've not heard that joke before. It looks like the sort of joke I should have known for 35 years, but I've only just noticed. So, right. Rest of the world, 2 points for that one. My God. That was hard work. I'm never going to do that again. Sorry to everybody who has spotted that was really unfair. You're right. It is totally unfair, but that's just the way it goes. Both my jokes were Easter related, says John, so I award myself. Well, we're not a religious quiz here, so that's fine. Hope you enjoyed Easter. If you're in Greece and it's Easter, you go, Christos Anesti, means Christ has risen. And the correct response is Aletheia Anesti, which is truly he has risen. And that's how you do Easter in Greece, folks. There's the scores. Right, let's do the last round. It's very, very close. 19, 20 and 21. Men just ahead. But the next round can blow it all up. Next round, final round, is Ultra Round. We're going to try something slightly different here. And I'm going to see if it confuses me or whether I can handle it. Because if I can handle it, it's quite exciting. What we're doing is going to have 1 point for the first question, 2 points for the second question, and so on. 3 points, 4 points, all the way up to 10 points. So it gets more and more important. I'm just going to try and get through them as quickly as possible. And it's 3 minutes to 10, so we might just finish in time. So here we go. Remember, shout out, team name, and answer. Here we go. What is the name of Britain's leading annual dog show? Takes place in Birmingham in early March, most years. And it did happen this year. It was one of the last big events to happen before lockdown. Crufts is correct. Zoe Russell for the women. And that's 1 point for the women. Okay, we move straight on. Herbs. What is the most common name in the UK for the herb, usually known in North America by its Spanish name, cilantro? So Americans say cilantro. What do we call it? Zoe's on the ball again. Coriander is correct. Fantastic. 2 points for the women. I'll move straight on to the 3 point question. These are going up in value the whole time. Who wrote the classic children's novel The Railway Children, first published in 1905? Surname will do here. Just need the surname. Nesbitt says Duncan. Doubles for Duncan on the ball for the men. Nesbitt, but obviously I know what you're talking about. So yeah, Edith Nesbitt is correct. And that's 3 points for the men. And the scores go up and up. Here's a 4 points question. What is the name of the Olympic skiing event which involves freestyle skiing over an artificially bumpy course? Like that. Like that. Bump, bump, bump. What's the name of that thing? Mogul is correct. Tago. For the men. 4 points for the men. Moguls is correct. That's what it looks like. Murder on the Knees. Okay. We're up to 5 points for a right answer now. Lyrics. According to the first verse of the Elvis Presley song Heartbreak Hotel, which street is Heartbreak Hotel located at the end of? What's the name of the street? Which is the address of the Heartbreak Hotel? Lonely Street is correct. Tago again. Straight in there. It is Lonely Street. It's down at the end of the Lonely Street. Happy Hotel. Well, it's so lonely, baby. I get so lonely. I get so lonesome. I could die. John H. for the men says the men all know Lonely Street. I don't think that's a uniquely male problem, John. battles for 6 points. We've got 6, 7, 8 and 9 point questions to go. Who were beaten by the Americans at the 1815 Battle of New Orleans? Nick has got it right straight away. He says the British. That's correct. Andrew Jackson was the commander for the Americans. This was well after the War of Independence. But the British were having another pop at the Yanks. But they kicked us. And that's 6 points for the rest of the world. It's a good time to get that. Bit of straightforward history questions there. Goddesses. 7 points for goddesses. Which island is famous for being the site of the birthplace of the Greek goddess Aphrodite? Which island is claims to be the birthplace of Aphrodite? It's worth 7 points. It's a little bit more difficult. It's not Kos, not Delos, not Elba, not Crete, not Ithaca, not Corfu. Greece is not an island, Nicola. Greece is a large country with lots and lots of islands. Crete, Elba, Falaraki. That's not an island. That's on Rhodes. Kos, Crete, Cyprus! Morocco land marauders have got it right. It is Cyprus. The town of Paphos on Cyprus claims to be the birthplace. So that is Morocco land marauders, and it is the rest of the world team who get 7 points. And it's going to be super close. Come on, women. BBC Radio for 8 points. Whose hour is it on Radio 4 from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. weekdays? Sorry, Americans, this is not really for you. Or American-based people. Ah, yes, we have an answer. And it's Nick. Again, for rest of the world team, going for women's hour. That's right, women's is correct. So that's suddenly 8 points. The good news is this adding up different scores is actually working for me. It's not too difficult. But what I don't know is what the total scores are. I'll know that. I'll only know that when I refresh it. I think it's going to be pretty close. So women's hour. Yeah, women's hour. Thanks, Stuart. You're pretty reliable with that stuff. It might be sexist, but you know what? It's Nick got it right. Nick's a gentleman, male, bloke, human. Pop stars for 9 points. Who had the greatest number of top 10 hits as a solo artist in the UK singles chart during the 2000s? And that is the decade 2000 to 2009. So, greatest number of top 10 hits in the UK singles chart as a solo artist in that decade. Dido is not right. Beyonce is not right. Eminem is not right. Beyonce, Kylie, Robbie Williams, Transit Van Persie for Team Women. That's a very timely correct answer. A 9-point one there. Robbie Williams is correct. Transit Van Persie for the women. Okay. I think it all comes down to this last question. The power. Valdivia, Chile, 1960 was the location of the world's most powerful what? This is the 10-point question. Missile, no. Earthquake, yes. Earthquake is correct, Nick. For Team Rest of the World. There it is. Bit of a mess. But 10 points for the rest of the world. And I'm going to show you what happened with the scores. There's the scoreboard before the final round, before the ultra round, I think I'm calling it. 1 point up to 10 points, and it worked like this. Here is the refresh. Men! led all the way, and then flopped at the optimum moment and didn't last for the whole quiz. Finished last, and men lie defeated underneath the women. Now, the women kept it going all the way through. Did enough to squeeze past the men in the last round, 32. But you know who the winner is tonight? It's all of us. Because it's the rest of the world. Ah, man. Blimey. So, yeah, it was a big old earthquake. Tonight has been a kind of an earthquake. Upsetting the natural order of things where people who are men and women are in charge. But there's a lot of people out there who just identify a different way. I think the Morocco Land Marauders were, had a man and a woman in their location. So I think they played for the rest of the world based on that. Yeah, let's get some MVP votes in here. Thumish says gender identity is for people who suck at quizzes. Well, not every single time. I'd definitely identify as a male man. Like, I'm just a bloke. That's it. I'm quite good at quizzes. John H says, Team Men, just leave your bollocks at the door on the way out. Zoe for MVP, that's for the women. Let's get some MVP votes here. So Nick for rest of the world. Yeah, he did get quite a few answers, got to be said. Stuart Ramsey. Followed by Hannah. Nick. Stuart Ramsey. Zoe. Nick. Stuart Ramsey. Stuart Ramsey's getting the votes. No matter the result, says Paul Thompson, men will always have to hear about it for the rest of the night. Tago's favourites were Stuart Ramsey and then the girl that moaned about the live feed. She didn't moan, she was just saying it looked like she was first on hers. That's totally reasonable. Nick or Thumish. Zoe. Larissa says MVP to all the blokes who stayed quiet. Stuart Ramsey for the awesome strategy. Right. Oh, God. I can't give it to Stuart Ramsey because he was playing for Team Men. And that's not the winning team. Well, winning team's rest of the world, right? And Zoe did get a lot of answers for the women, that's for sure. But I think I'll give it to Nick. All right, so Nick, you've won a scratch card. A £5,000 scratch card, all right? Which I'm going to scratch off in a minute. There it is. Do me the money. Nah, Stuart, you get fuck all. That's it. Before I scratch Nick's scratch card and we find out if he's £5,000 up, which would be a real turn up for the books, I'm going to ask for some money. If you enjoyed the quiz, if you thought it was fun, please give me £1. All right, I do this for tips. The link to my tip thing is in the description. So if you thought it was worth £1 or £2, I'd be delighted to get that off you. You don't have to pay. This is free to do. All right. So if you don't pay, that's fine. But please at least like the video and share it and subscribe. Thanks very much. So, what else am I going to... Just before we just scratch next card, just move this on a little bit. Tiebreaker question. There wasn't a tiebreaker question. Oh, that's actually quite good that the scoreboard's covering that. I'll save that question for a different time. So who won? Well, it was the men. No, it's the men who got beat. Begbie. Begbie wants to know who won. Let's move that down a little bit. So who won then? Who won? Sorry, Begbie. It was the rest of the world. I'll also put the link, my begging link, in the chat. Thank you to everyone who has donated, because some of you have, and it's been great. Thank you very much. It means that I don't starve. I mean, I've got quite a belly, so it'd take a few months for me to starve, but at the moment I've got no real income, you know what I mean? But the main thing is that you have fun. You're welcome, Stuart. You entertain everybody real nice. And I better tell you about, you can sponsor the quiz. Get in touch if you want to expose your product to lots of people. There's the link. Like it, share it, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And the next quiz is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock here on YouTube. And it's a Wii Teams quiz. That's, yeah, thanks for that, Sasa. Yeah, please subscribe. Yeah, if you get to 1,000 subscribers, it's a different world. Right now I'm on about 350. Something like that. Not that I'm watching it day and night to see it going up or down. So the next quiz is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. It's not like this one, a shouty out one. It's a writing your answers down, sort of pub quiz style one. If you thought the quiz was terrible, remember to thumbs down it. I'm just trying to find a coin. What I've found is that the 20p is the best for this. I was trying a 10p last night, it was rubbish, but that 20p's got a nice flat edge, you know, and no ferrules or anything like that. So, hopefully see you tomorrow. Have I still got the scoreboard up there? Yeah, I do. No. I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. That's tomorrow. You'd have thought it was a 50p. Well, I'll try a 50p. Don't know. The 20p just seems to suit the card, you know. I'll try this 50p. I have both. John saying that you just, the three Americans just listened to Golden Brown for the first time ever. It's a great song. The Stranglers, Golden Brown. Go and look it up. It's about heroin. Yeah, Zoe, like any other night, you would have won that scratchy, no problem at all. You were banging the answers out, especially second half. But I really need to give it to someone in the winning team, you know what I mean? John says, I'm potentially on a virtual 4-win streak. Social outcast and don't mess with the Zoe John at the other quiz. Did the 68 yesterday win? Yes, it did, actually. So, yeah. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? I'm asking for money, I've already got a 50p. Mind you, they need doctors in the NHS just now. You could do a bit of locuming. I'm not really that sort of doctor, to be honest. Morocco Land Marauders, I don't know if I would help anybody with nearly fatal pneumonia if I was going around and asking them fairly difficult quiz questions. I don't know if that makes people better or not. Maybe it does. Andrew says, listen to Turn on the Bright Lights by Interpol. Alright. Yeah. I'll write it down anyway. Actually, Andrew, you were the one who made me laugh, right? So, I'm going to give you a prize as well. I'll do a scratchy for Andrew and a scratchy for Nick. We're going to do that any second. Alright. I'm just going to write down your recommendation. Interpol Bright Lights. Turn on Bright Lights. Yeah, I'll check it out. Quack doctor. No, I'm a real doctor, Ferg. I'm just not a medical doctor. You don't have to be a medical to be a doctor. Sexist. I've got no idea to what you're referring, Larissa, but I'm sure that's right. Right, ready? Here we go. Oi! We won the joke with Tarzapan. Aye, but Andrew would have won it. He made me laugh earlier. But you got it technically right because you put the team name in. You got the points for the team. In fact, it helped the team win. Right, come on. Let's go. This is for Nick, right? Doe me the money. I did one of these scratch cards last night and they're not very satisfying, to tell the truth, compared to the normal ones. But now I know how they work. Let's I'm going to scratch them off. There's 6 games here. And basically, see the donuts, the 6 donuts, you scratch them off. And if any of them have a fingers crossed sign like lottery or a wallet sign, then there's a prize. Okay, so let's see what it is. First game reveals a stack, so that's no prize. The second game reveals gold bars, so that's no prize. Just to mess with your mind, it prints what you would have won underneath, which was £2 for both of those things. See what I mean about this scratch card not being very satisfying? The next one is a ball bag. No, sorry, I read that wrong. It's a money bag, all right? And £10, but it doesn't matter because it's the wrong symbol. You know what? The 50p is actually pretty good for scratching. Then there's a treasure chest. That's not a winning symbol. It says £1. It's like you didn't win £1. Oh, thanks. Two games to go on this card for Nick. The next one is a clover, and it's 40 quid. See what I mean? There's no drama in this card. The other card, there's more drama. And the last one, say I've done it the other way around, so it's slightly more dramatic. I've scratched off the cash sum first. Now it says £100, but you've got to have a fingers crossed thing above it to win. And it turns out to be a coin. So that's nothing at all. No money. So that's Nick. Okay, nothing. Absolutely hee-haw. Not even a BFH. How much is a quid? Yeah, it's £1. 1 quid is £1. John H. Are you in the USA? You would say a buck. Something like that. We say a quid. Quid is £1. Okay, so this is for Andrew. You still here, Andrew? Andrew, are you still here? Because I'm going to scratch your card for you. See if you've won anything. Here he comes. Right, rubbing the hands. Right, here we go. I scratched one of these yesterday and the guy won 5 quid. Right, the first one reveals a coin and the sum of £2. So nothing there. It has to be a crossed fingers or a wallet. In fact, I'll go along the bottom, right, and I'll reveal all the amounts first. That's slightly more dramatic. So look, there we are. You could win £100, £3, £200, £200, or £5. So I've scratched off the amounts, but not the symbols. So you see that £2, £10. No, sorry, £100, £3, £200, £200, and £5. Now let's see if we can get one of these symbols. Ooh, you would like that £200. Let's have a look. So the £3 is a treasure chest. That's no good. I'll scratch the first of the 200s. That's gold bars. That's no good. I'll scratch the £100, which is a picture of a hand holding some cash. So that's no good as well. Which do the value lowest to highest? I was thinking that. Well, I've got 2 left, Nick, by the time I got that comment, which is the 200 and the 5. I'll do the 5 first. I'll do the £5 one first. It's a clover. No good. So here it is, £200. Scratching now. And it is a stack of coins. And it's really, really a lot of work on these cards for not that much drama, to be honest. And I won't be buying these Do Me the Money ones again. Sorry, National Lotto. These are not very good. Sorry, Andrew. Nothing there. Bad luck. Hokey pokey. Thanks for doing the quiz. Please tell people about Dr. Paul Quiz in whatever way you can. Thanks to Nick, who's been sharing this. If anyone else wants to share it, then I'd be delighted. Just need to get some more people coming in, you know. Thanks for coming and doing the quiz tonight. Men versus women. I think we settled that age-old battle, didn't we? No, we didn't. Rest of the world are the winners. Biscuit round tomorrow. Does that mean you're from... do you want a roundabout biscuits? Or are you talking about biscuit war that I used to do? Is that what you're talking about? Tago. There's Nick from the winning team and MVP giving you giving it all hail your pig overlords. Cats versus dogs. Aye, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll do that one of these weeks. Cat people versus dog people. That's good. See, men and women are quite good friends most of the time, but cat people and dog people just absolutely hate each other. Thank you, Stuart. I accept your toxic masculine pound. What else could we have for battles instead of men versus women and cat people versus dog people? Thank you, Morocco and Marauders. What else could we have? I was thinking Old Firm, Celtic v Rangers, but that would probably be actually quite nasty, you know. Could just have Catholics versus Protestants. Christians versus people representing Islam. Hearts Hibs. Yeah, you know what? I think I should. I was thinking about it. Star Wars versus Star Trek versus people like me who couldn't care less about either of them. East versus West. What do you mean? Like Rocky 3 or Rocky 4 or whatever it is. Anna versus Greta. Oh, yeah. That's good. One of my favourite tweets of the whole Corona thing was a couple of weeks ago. Scottish Twitter. And some guy says, think about it. Some boy in Wuhan ate a pangolin. And now Elgin versus Montrose is off. Rangers versus HMRC. Like it. East Coast, West Coast. I think you're talking about Scotland, aren't you, Ferg? Well, I mean, I've got that next week. That's Glasgow versus Edinburgh versus the rest of the world. Flat earthers versus anti-vaxxers. The Queen versus a free republic. That's good. Royalists versus Republicans. The thing is, most of the people that have got any idea who I am will be strict Republicans. Stuart. Thanks. Europe versus North America. Aye, you know what? See if right now that'd be a whitewash. You know, we'd kick your Yankee asses. I know you're Canadian. Well, Dundee is included, fair, because it's Glasgow versus Edinburgh versus the rest of the world. So Dundee's the rest of the world, isn't it? Voters versus non-voters. Again, most of the people who come here will be voters. Let me write half the quiz. No. I don't do other people's questions. I tried doing a thing called Quizando the other night and I had to use other people's questions. And I won't be doing that again. I'm sure your questions are great. I've seen your questions, Larissa. They are good. What are you talking about for the Europe versus North America one? Answer my hockey and curling questions. You know curling's from Scotland. You know you Canadians just took it from us. You know curling is strictly Scottish. Sheepshaggers versus the rest of the world. also known as tutor in the Welsh. They don't have computers. It's a good idea, Nick, but it ain't now computers, so it can't be done. Canada itself is pretty much Scotland, isn't it? You know, more or less belongs to us. Right. Before I go, what time is it? Nearly 10:30. Before I go, time to quiz me the other way. Ask me some quiz questions. I'm going to get up to 12 points. So ask me a quiz question. I get 2 points if it's the right answer. And I'll stay here till I get 12 points. So I need to get 6 answers. I would pitch it higher, but there's only 20 people watching. So ask me some quiz questions. I'll answer them, and then you can tell me if I got it right or wrong. First question, wearing a lab coat? No, it's light blue. It's not white. Contrast is quite high, but it's kind of powder blue. It's quite nice. What year did Constantinople fall? I don't fucking know. 1485? Is that right? What's the world's highest rated TV finale? MASH? How many albums did Queen release? Fucking loads. Which animal has pink sweat? Hippo? Let me try and work out Queen. So there's Queen 1, Queen 2, Sheer Heart Attack, News of the World, Jazz, Flash, The Game, The Works. It's Kind of Magic, Innuendo, and Made in Heaven. And I've probably missed one, so I'll say 12. 12, Ferg. Alright, MASH is correct. Ooh, 1453. That was quite close, actually. Who was the US president during the moon landings? That was Nixon. MASH is right, so I get 2 points for that one. First man-made object to break the sound barrier? Whip. It's easy. Correct. Hippo is correct for pink sweat. Pink sweat, baby. That's excellent. Name the 3 major classes of rocks. Classic rock, adult-oriented rock, and rockabilly. Why did Game of Thrones... You've lost me. That's it. As soon as I get to Game of Thrones, I don't care. Never seen it. Don't care. Name the quarks. Oh, I actually know this. I know what you mean. Charm, strange, something else. Did I get 1 point for that? Did I get half a point for knowing charm and strange? Nixon's right. I get 2 points for that. Someone's 6 points. Traditionally, what is the only rank in the British Army that can wear a beard on parade? That's a good question, Ollie. That's a great question. A beard on parade. Who's the only one who can wear a beard? The only one who can wear a beard. Well, it's a good question because it can either be high or low. It could be that if you're a private, you can have a beard because you don't matter, or it could be that you only get to have a beard if you're the general. So I think it's either general or private. I think I'll go for private. 15 studio albums, really? I must have missed... Oh, I missed out Hot Space. Oh, it's a geology question. In that case, sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic. What flower does the spice saffron come from? Come on, we did this the other night, didn't we? It's crocus. Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. I just said that. I got that right. I didn't see your comment. There's 6 of them, says Morocco Land Marauders. Right, I'll try and get another quark to get half a point in just a second. What else we got here? The nationality of the last French queen. That's a good question as well. So the last French queen. The last French queen. Now, was that Marie Antoinette, or did they restore the monarchy? Did they not restore the monarchy in the 1800s? They probably got someone German or Danish or something like that. I'm going to say German. From what author did the word quark come? That's another good question. Oh, you've told me the answers. Morocco Land Marauders. I was going to try and guess the rest of them. Up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If I thought about it, I might have got up and down. Because they're the Venga quarks. Where was Freddie Mercury born? I know that one. Zanzibar. I'm going to give myself 2 points. I don't even need you to tell me that's right. I know that's right. I didn't see the saffron question. Well, we were talking about it the other night because there was a question about vanilla, which was an orchid. But someone was going, no, it's crocus, but they were getting mixed up. I'm sure you know, but what was Queen's original band name before Freddie joined? They had a few different names. They were called 1984, they were called Wreckage, and they were called Smile. So there's 3 answers at least. It was Marie Antoinette. Well, then, was she French? Was she French? I'm just going to say French. She called Marie Antoinette. Yeah, give us the answer to that one with a beard, Ollie. I'm saying private. Listen, I got that 2 points for igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. I got that right. So she wasn't French. Well, I don't get the points for it, but I'm saying, was she Danish then, or something like that? Danish or Dutch. Smile was the one I had. I know a little bit about early Queen because my dad was involved with him back in the day. My mum talks about the time she went around Brian May's flat, stuff like that. Ah, Austrian, that's right. That is right. The Bourbons were restored in 1814 before Napoleon returned. That's what I was thinking, Nick, but was there a queen? Or was there just a king? Or what? You know what? I should have known that. Should have known Marie Antoinette was Austrian. That's a really good question. I'm going to write that down here. Marie Antoinette. Austrian. I'll be using that in some quiz at some point. Brian May's mum was what nationality? Don't know. English? Just watched it on a documentary about the French Revolution. Great stuff. Can it beat a history documentary? The best one is The World at War, narrated by Laurence Olivier. About 25 episodes of pure madness. Scottish. Brian May's mum's Scottish. Didn't know that. I did not know that. What other ones was I going to write down here that are really good questions? The quarks is good, but I would do it the other way around. I would give you some of the quarks and then people would have to name that they are quarks, I think. Or maybe not. It depends on the format. No, it's the Pioneer Sergeant, says Ollie, because back in the day of horses, he was the regimental farrier, so was allowed a beard as protection against the heat of the field furnace. What's the field furnace? What is that? Oh, right, furnace, like ACE is what you probably mean. So, right, so he's got to make horseshoes and he's got to use a field furnace and a beard protects him from the heat of that? Really? Surely you'd want no beard if you were doing that. Right, Larissa says, now called Kandahar, in Afghanistan. It was one of 70 plus cities, many of which still hold his name today, founded or renamed by which king and conqueror? It's got to be Alexander. Mozart was rude to Marie Antoinette when he was a kid. That's always interesting, isn't it, to think of people from completely different worlds, like classical music and Toryism in this example, and remembering that they actually lived at the same time. Who is the biggest tyre manufacturer in the world? That's another good question. It's got to be one of Pirelli, Dunlop, and someone else. Oh, Pirelli. I'll go for Pirelli. Have you seen Brian May doing the baked potato song with Matt Lucas today? No, I haven't. I know the baked potato song's back in fashion again, but you can't beat the original. The original's just... There we go, Alexander the Great. So that's 2 points. Right, that's me got to 12 points. Yeah! Lego. Right. So it's kind of a trick question. I wouldn't ask that question without giving some sort of indication that it was going towards toys. It's a good question. Who or what is Brigadier Sir Niels Olaf? Brigadier Sir Niels Olaf. I don't know. But you're saying who or what is Brigadier Sir Niels Olaf? Is it some kind of ship or something like that? The way you're asking who or what makes me think it's not a person. Oh, I forgot to answer the question about who the writer was for Quark. James Joyce. Yeah, I'd heard that before. I'll put a wee note down there in case it's not in the database. A penguin in Edinburgh Zoo. Really? They got a penguin called what? Sir Niels Olaf. Good morning, Sir Niels Olaf. Would you like a fish today, Sir Niels Olaf? What's that? Two fish? Penguins are alright, aren't they? They're okay. You can't beat a penguin. Kandahar. It's a great name. Kandahar. I'm going to do a question that's got Kandahar in it, just so I can pronounce it. And he's part of the Norwegian army. Of course he is. Yeah. What do you call a group of ferrets? I don't know, a fuck you of ferrets. A mangatroid of ferrets. A flaps of ferrets. Who was Beethoven's Third Symphony dedicated to, and why was it renamed Eroica? Beethoven, Third Symphony, Eroica. I mean, I never quite know what that means. Does it mean hero, like heroic, or does it mean, or is it more like erotic with a missing T? Beethoven's Third Symphony dedicated to. So, I don't fucking know. Frederick the Great. Barbarossa. Don't know. A group of ferrets is a business. A business of ferrets. I saw a guy walking his ferret once on Great Western Road in Glasgow, and I got a photograph. Aye, hero over Eros. Right, okay. A hero. Who would be a hero round about that time? Napoleon? I don't know. I'll say Napoleon. Although Beethoven was on the other team, wasn't he? He was like German. So, who would be a German hero? I don't know. I don't know. A business. Oh, Napoleon's correct, right? I think I give myself 1 point. Well, I mean, I've gone through my points, Barry. I don't need any more points. It's just interesting, isn't it? Eroica. I thought I've got a vague memory in my head somewhere of seeing Eroica on a record cover in a charity shop, and it's got Napoleon on his horse going like that. Why did he change it? Well, maybe because he wrote it and Napoleon was a hero, but then Napoleon lost. I don't know. Something like that. A business of ferrets. That's cool. Oi, we are the business. We are the ferrets. Gonna sort you out. Right, I should get out of here. I've not been out today. Easter. I've not been out. It's ridiculous. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Thanks for quizzing me. I really enjoyed a bit where you get to quiz me. He changed the dedication because Napoleon took the title Emperor rather than staying as first consul of the Republic. Okay, so presumably Beethoven disagreed with that and thought, by the way, Napoleon, you were my hero, but now I think you're a dick. I'm just going to quickly look it up on Wiki. So 1801, Symphonia Eroica. Large-scale composition marked the beginning of Beethoven's creative middle period, composed, blah, 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 blah. It is considered an important landmark in the transition between the classical period and the Romantic era. And it's got a picture here of the title page where he dedicates it to Napoleon. That's nice. And it's used as funeral music, is it? Jesus. In 1940, F. Scott Fitzgerald died while listening to a recording of this symphony. Bummer. La, 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 la. The only one that I really know of Beethoven's is the 7th, which is really good. Significance. Manuscripts, editions. Try to find a bit about Napoleon. Right, here we are. Dedication. Beethoven originally dedicated the Third Symphony to Napoleon Bonaparte, who he believed embodied the democratic and anti-monarchical ideals of the French Revolution. Right. But then in 1804, Beethoven withdrew the dedication and then rededicated it to Prince Joseph Franz Maximilian Lobkowitz. Right. I was the first, this is a quote from somebody saying, I was the first to tell him the news that Bonaparte had declared himself emperor, whereupon he broke into a rage and exclaimed, so he is no more than a common mortal. Now, too, he will tread under foot all rights of man, indulge only his ambition. Now he will think to himself superior to all men and become a tyrant. Right, so Beethoven didn't like that. So if he's such a Republican, why did he rededicate it to Prince Joseph Franz Maximilian Lobkowitz? It's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? It's got the ode to join it, is it? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna check the beard thing. It just doesn't sound right, Ollie. Like, you know, if you got the heat of the furnace, the last thing you want is a beard. Right, I'm out of here. It's been really good. Norwegian penguins in the Norwegian army at Edinburgh. Man, you gotta watch them Norwegians. I've just drawn a wee penguin there to remind myself of that fact, and a Norwegian flag. I could just use words, but that's it. See you later. Bye.